Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpents, and if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Alright, we are talking about Betu. So in previous episode we spoke about Betu Fantasy. Now we're going to actually dive deep into the ecosystem of Betu and how this particular organization is looking to take on a monster of an industry, right? So the betting world is humongous. Now, I will start off the video by saying that please gamble responsibly. Gamble responsibly, gamble responsibly. And if you do need help, by all means, please seek out. But the world of sport betting, it is gigantic. Then you put crypto, you put blockchain, you put secured smart contracts. And what do you get? Well, you get the Betu token. And that's why I'm excited. That's why I'm here. That's why I think we're onto something very early, very early, with a huge potential. Now, how big is the potential? And you can bet on your league your way, right? And there's going to be so many different sports and different esports that are going to be a part of this ecosystem. It's going to be phenomenal. But just how big? So the sport betting is big business. We're talking about big business. We're talking big money here. So 4.3 billion wagered on the Super Bowl. 23.5 billion wagered on esports in 2020. 169.8 billion wagered on sport online in 2020. And here's the big one. 391 billion wagered on sports in 2020. These are huge numbers, right? Now, of course, there are other betting platforms out there. Some, obviously here in Australia, we have some which are very well known. But when you combine blockchain and sport betting, you get a very unique advantage, which we will go over today. So Betu brings power back to the people, right? And the platform itself, while at the moment I haven't had the opportunity to dive into the platform just yet, but from what I can see here, it looks clean, right? And I love things that are, from a UI perspective, look beautiful. And this right here looks like a very nice platform. And I can't wait to get my hands on it and to get in. But how is the Betu ecosystem built? How does it work? Well, first of all, you got the bet maker, right? So bet your own bookmaker and set the terms of any bet. Then bet taker, right? So accepts the bets in the Betu marketplace. So you put out your terms and then the bet taker actually accepts the bets in the Betu marketplace. Then you got the live bet. So the bet is confirmed in a smart contract and Betu tokens are locked. So once you've made your bet, boom, tokens are locked. Then from there, obviously we got the winner. The winning better receives payout in Betu tokens in their wallet, whether it's you or the bet taker. So it's of course, right? I mean, we're talking about winning and losing, and of course your goal as the bettor is to make the right call. But that's essentially how that works. Now, from a Betu token, why it's exciting, to think that it could be the future of online betting, is that the Betu token powers the entire ecosystem and is sole form of currency in the Betu marketplace. So when you're inside the Betu marketplace, there isn't other currencies or other things involved. You have the Betu token. So that there sits in the middle of the entire ecosystem. So all bets must be placed with Betu tokens. From a governance point of view, the Betu token holders will govern the Betu ecosystem via voting rights. A charity perspective, the Betu charity supports vulnerable children impacted by gambling addiction. The Betu token burning. So Betu tokens are burnt after every winning bet and if bettors attempt to cheat. The Betu fantasy, you can win up to $10,000 every week, no risk, real rewards. And I have made a video on Betu fantasy, which is another platform inside the Betu ecosystem, which is purely fantasy driven. You got betting rewards. So leading bettors are incentivized with Betu tokens and staking rewards. So all holders can stake Betu tokens to earn rewards. And of course, whale holders will pay 0 winning fees as well. So that there is a snapshot of how this ecosystem works. Now, from a token distribution point of view, the Betu usually is a BEP20 token on the Binance Smart Chain. You got the token distribution, you got the ICO fund allocation. And both of these are clearly explained inside the betu.io website that you can go over, from a public sale to the team, to the marketing and partnerships, to the user incentives. It's all in here, very well explained, and especially from an ICO point of view, you can see how this is distributed and how the allocation happens. Now, to follow it, of course, you can follow it on PancakeSwap, CoinGecko, and CoinMarketCap. But I want to dive into a few of the key things that I think are really, really important to take into account. So first of all, there is a beautiful investor deck that you can get, and this particular investor deck is right at the bottom of the homepage. So when you go to the homepage, you can see here it's got investor deck. Now, this particular document is 9 pages, right? It was published in August 2021. Now, this is good because it allows you to digest in small bite size and illustrative form just the bigger scope of Betu, because it's really, really important for you to understand. If you're going to be in this, you got to do your homework, you got to read the white paper, you got to understand the value, because if you understand the value, then you understand why the longevity of it, why hold for long term, why it makes sense, if anything, to choose Betu over either other platforms out there that currently allow you to bet on sport. So target audiences, the league your way, how the ecosystem works, how the token works, the team behind it, which we will go over, and then the roadmap. I really like this particular document and the way that the roadmap is set at the moment, and also what's coming up in Q4. So obtaining the initial online gaming license, final platform testing, the launch of V1 on Better Platform, first bets placed on Betu, obtain the user feedback and begin development of V2, listing on top 5 exchanges, rapidly grow user base, iPhone and Android app. So that is all coming in Q4. And Q4 is literally around the corner. And that there is, it's coming, right? It is coming. It's literally around the corner. So I do encourage you to look at that because, it is 9 pages and you can really, really get a good understanding. Then from there, we go to 21 pages. You know what I'm about to do? I'm about to do the same thing that I tell you with everything that ever has come on this channel, ever. You need to read these 21 pages. No if, no but. If you contact me and the answer is in this, I will literally send you the link and the section of where the answer is. From the overview, to the token, to the team, to the industry statistics, to the pre-sale ICO, everything is in this white paper. All the answers that you want are here. And it's really, really, really important, right? From the winning fees to how that's divided, all of that stuff, it's in here. Take the time. Audit, right? So if you want to check the audit is available on the website for you to check out. And the audit, it's important, right? From a transparency point of view, that they make this public. A lot of organizations don't, but you can check it out and you can take a look for yourself. Now, when we talk about the key difference having something like this run on the blockchain is that you can do things a little bit differently. And one of the things that you'll notice inside the white paper is the payout distribution. So how that is distributed. So a 1% winning fee will be deducted from the tokens one. The winning fee will be distributed as follows. 0.5% will be paid to the Betu Foundation for the maintenance and administration of the platform. 0.25% will be donated to the Betu charity. And 0.25% will be burnt and permanently removed from circulation. The winning fee will not apply if the winner is a whale holder, holds more than, X amount of tokens that is mentioned on the white paper. And the winning fee only applies to the amount won profit, not the amount of the initial bet. So that there. And this allows a blockchain company like Betu to really, really spice things up compared to competitors out there. And so I'm going to be really, 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 really interested in looking at how the platform evolves, how the blockchain and the utilization of the blockchain gets better and better and better, and the advantages that it's going to have compared to traditional organizations. Of course, early days, right? Early days, but it is so exciting because this, like I said, the industry is absolutely massive. It's a huge, huge industry. Now, for me as well, before I bring anything to the channel, I always, look to, search for the founders and what they're up to and what they do. Now, if you go online and you go on the main homepage, you can see these three gentlemen, and you can actually click through to their LinkedIn profile so you can get an understanding of who they are, what they do, and how they do what they do. Because it's really, really important to understand the team behind it. Now, when you look at Betu, the first thing I would like you to do is to jump into the Telegram group, right? There's almost 5,500 people in there, 876 people online right now as we speak. But jump in the Telegram group. Now, the other thing as well is to make sure to follow and hit the alarm bell on the social media channels. Really, really important. Especially on a platform like this that is so dynamic. It's going to have so many different sports, so many different things happening all the time. Really, 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 really important, to get that. Now, on PancakeSwap, you can get it, right? So you can get on PancakeSwap. You can do it right now. And you can see a track record of when it launched to where it is right now. And where it's going as well. But on PancakeSwap, it is available. The token is available. You can get it. Now, from a platform, like I said, it is very, very exciting to see where we are going with this. From the ecosystem point of view on how this evolves, it will be very, very fascinating, to check it out. The entire chain and the entire ecosystem, once it all gets working and once it all goes live, that will be really, really, really fascinating. But of course, like anything, right, it is brand new. When do we make opportunities? We have opportunities when something is brand new. Can this work? Based on my research and based on the way that it's been created, the way that the founders have taken the time, to create the ecosystem, having read the white paper and how that is a clear difference compared to traditional betting platforms out there, my answer is yes. And I think that we do have an opportunity here based on the numbers of how big the betting industry is, a 50 to 100x opportunity. Now, when I say 50 to 100x, it means you got to stay. It means you got to stay long term. It means you got to follow it means you need to be here for the highs, the lows, and everything in between. But is there a 50 to 100x opportunity in an industry this big? Yes. For me, based on my research, what I've done, and what I'm looking at and the things that are coming up in Q4 and then moving forward into 2022, I think the opportunity is there. But I would love your feedback and your thoughts on where do you see this going? What do you do yourself? Which platforms do you use? What features would you want to see in this compared to other platforms that you've tried in the past? I am fascinated, to hear your feedback on this. But as always, if you learn something new, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.